Hi, my name is Emily Miller. I'm going to be a your nurse practitioner student today. We're going to be doing a musculoskeletal system assessment. Can you tell me your name and date of birth? Student.
My name is Prince Desmond Gabriel Brown.
Awesome. Okay,
I'm also born August 12, 1997.
perfect. Okay, first we're just going to get a general inspection of the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. Just looking at the skin to see if there's any open areas or any bruising, any lesions, and the skin looks good. Okay, first we're just going to start on the hands. You can come up a little bit. And we're going to be looking at the joints. So we have the carpal metacarpal joint. We have the metacarpal joint. We have the proximal and we have the distal. So I'm just going to be palpating each of those. On each hand. Looking. Good. Great. Okay, and then I'm gonna have you stick out your hands. Good, and then do a fist and make a 4. Good, and then squeeze my hands. Perfect. Okay, and now looking specifically at the wrist, we have the dorsal side and then we have the volar side. So we're gonna just be palpating both of those. Good. And then there's no swelling, no tenderness there. Okay, and then with joint range of motion, you can stick out your joint or your wrist, and then we're going to go extension, flexion, and we'll go internal, external. Good. And then I'm just gonna put some resistance there. Good. Excellent. Okay, moving on to the elbows. So we have the elbows here, and we have the olecranial on both sides. We're looking, inspecting first, and then we're palpating, and the epicondral here, and then there. And we're going to do that bilaterally. Good. Okay. And then you can bring your elbows nice and close together. Good. And we're going to do flexion, extension, supination, pronation. Good. And then I'm going to put some pressure, push down. Good. Good muscle strength there. Moving on to your shoulders. We have the sternocleidomastoid. Let's see here. Good. Feeling for that bilaterally. And then the AC. Good. Okay, and then range of motion for your shoulders. So we'll start by going up for flexion, and then extension, and then we're go up, and then come down, and that would be adduction. And stand up. And then we're gonna do like this. External. Okay, good. And then push up against my circle like this, and then push up, push down. Good. Okay. And then next after that, we will move on to, you can lay down for a second. Good, right there. I'll make sure camera's in line. And then, so next we're going to be going to the hips. And so I'm going to have you move to the side. Good. Okay, and now looking at the greater trochanter, we're gonna just palpate there on each side. Okay, turn over to the other side. Good. Perfect. Okay, good. And then you can stand up for this part. Okay. And now I'll stand here, and now I'm just gonna have you check your legs, the range of motion, so you move up a little bit. Okay, hold on to me, and then we're gonna go flexion, extension, good, and adduction, or that would be abduction, and then adduction is in, good, and then move you up, and we go internally and externally, rotate that hip, perfect, and then switch legs. So we'll do flexion, extension, good, and then you can go out towards me, good, and then I'll come in the other way, good, and internal rotation, and external rotation, good, and then you can lay back down. We're going to be looking at the knee, good, and so we're looking at the tibiofibular joint, and also looking at the patellar motion. So feeling for that, see here, and then I'm just going to have you flex your leg, bend your knee, good, and I'm feeling for the patellar movement, and now you can extend, and the same here, good. And also at this time, it'd be good to get like a general inspection of the skin. So I'm looking at the hip, the legs, the feet, making sure that there's no bruising, nothing exteriorly on the skin. So they look good. We did the knees, and now we're going to be moving to the ankles. So here, we have the Achilles tendon and the malleolar tendon, looking at both sides, both feet, palpating that, good, and then flex your feet, and then point down, good, and then internally move them, and externally, good, and then testing strength, push back towards you, good, then towards me, okay, great, and then I'm going to be looking at the joints. So we have the metatarsal, the proximal, and the distal on both ones, and I'm going to be palpating for each one of them. And the distal here, good, and looking for any swelling, any bruising, any tenderness. Good, and they look good. So we did the ankles, and then I'm gonna have you stand up. Okay, great. And now we're gonna be testing your spine. So you can stand here. Perfect. So I'm gonna have stand like this, and I'm looking posteriorly at the back, and I'm looking from a lateral side. I'm looking for any curvatures, any kyphosis, bend down for me, doing a scoliosis test at this point. Also touch your toes, and then I'll extend back, lower back, good. And then you can move to the one side and the other side, good. And then I'm gonna stabilize you at the hips, and now you can twist. Okay, great. And now the extensor muscles we're feeling for. Let's see here, feeling on both sides, feeling for symmetry, any tenderness, and the spinal process. We're going to be percussing and palpating on there, good. And then the CVA, testing for kidney. Okay, good. And then we're going to be looking at the cervical spine. So, okay. So now here you can stand up. Okay. And now I want you, or go down a little bit. Okay. And now I want you to go flex your neck, extend it back. Good. Turn your head. That's the rotation. Good. And then bring your head to your shoulder and the other side. Great. Okay. And that's good for that. And that should be all. So thank you.